I've spent most of my life communicating without words, which is kind of funny because now I'm standing here trying to find them. Hikurangi is my mountain, Wairere is my river. In my Māori culture, we often introduce ourselves by sharing where we come from, the places we're connected to, and the people who have helped shape us. I grew up in dance, and for a long time, that shaped who I was too. I started dancing when I was very young, and very quickly, it became my whole world. My family moved cities just so I could train. But before that, would drive 3 hours each way just to get to the studio. Then school the next day. At some point, my family made the decision to move to Auckland, leaving behind our family and friends. I pretty much grew up in a studio 7 days a week. And when I say 7 days a week, I mean there was never a finish time. We left when training was finished. Most of those people I started dancing with 15 years ago are still dancing professionally around the world today. All of them. And I think that says something about what dance actually becomes for people. Because dance wasn't just a hobby for us. You see, when dance gets into your bones, it never lets go. It stops being something you do and becomes part of who you are. And it meant everything to me. I used to think the strongest crews are the ones that move exactly the same. Sharp, precise, perfectly in sync. And visually, that's what the audiences notice first. But dancers know something very different because it wasn't about the visual aspect alone. As dancers, we learned it was about the connections we built with one another and the stories we created together. And that's what I loved the most. And then I became a mum. And I want to be careful how I say this because I wouldn't change a thing. My children are the best thing that have ever happened to me. But motherhood changed me in ways I wasn't expecting. Not because I became less capable or because I became weaker, but because my whole perspective changed. And I don't think I realized how much I changed until I returned back to dance. I thought I'd walk back into a world I knew. Instead, it felt like starting all over again. Everyone seemed to be moving so fast, and I felt 10 years behind. I'd spent most of my life knowing where I fit in dance, and suddenly, I wasn't sure anymore. I'll never forget my first job back. It should have felt so exciting. Instead, I cried every night, which sounds ridiculous now, but at the time, I genuinely thought I was done. I wasn't being chosen for the things I used to be chosen for. I wasn't performing the way I used to perform. And if I'm really honest, I felt like I no longer belonged in that room. All the other dancers looked confident, comfortable. They looked exactly how dancers are supposed to look. And then there was me, with an oversized t-shirt and a mummy tummy. Stretch marks that I still have today. And I'm actually pretty proud of, because our bodies are incredible. They tell the story of where we've been. But at that time, all I could see was how different I looked from everyone else. And when you're already questioning yourself, that's a dangerous place to be. Because comparison has a way of convincing you that everyone else belongs and you don't. Have you ever been in a situation where you felt completely out of place? Or maybe you've compared yourself to everyone around you and somehow come out worse for wear every single time? Well, that's exactly how I felt. And every night I'd go home wondering, maybe if my time had passed. Then came World of Street Woman Fighter. And honestly, it couldn't have arrived at a worse time. because I was already doubting myself. But I said yes, and I flew to Korea. Very quickly, I realized the challenge wasn't going to be the dancing. It was going to be my leadership. The girls in the new team I put together, AG Squad, were incredible. But none of us had danced together before. We came from different dance backgrounds, different styles, different experiences. And somehow we had to become a team. And when you're competing on a show like Roar of Street Women Fighter, that happens fast. There's no time. No time to slowly build trust, no time to gradually figure each other out. You're thrown straight into challenges, straight into situations where everyone is relying on each other. And that's hard enough when you believe in yourself. But at that point, I didn't. Everywhere I looked, I saw dancers from other crews I admired for years, people I'd looked up to for years. Then came the Mega Crew Challenge. The Mega Crew mission is where your team grows from a handful of dancers to dozens. All of us as one. It takes leadership, trust, organization, and weeks of hard work. I put everything I had into that performance, and we lost. That was hard. Not because losing was unfamiliar. It was hard because for the first time, I wasn't just carrying my own disappointment, I was carrying the disappointment of so many others. And suddenly we're facing a battle against a Japan team, a team led by someone I admired since I was little. And I remember thinking, what are we doing here? Do we even belong in this competition? But if I'm honest, that wasn't really the question. The question I was really asking was, do I belong here? Because while everyone else was trusting me, I was still questioning myself. I'd led crews before, crews that had gone on to place at the World Hip Hop Championships. I'd spent years learning how to lead, learning how to bring people together, yet suddenly, standing there in Korea, I was still waiting for someone or something to tell me I was enough. Then came the moment that changed everything. Not because we won a competition, but because of the girls and helping them believe in themselves. I unknowingly learnt to believe in myself too. They carried me through that battle, and standing there, I felt it. Not confidence, trust. For the first time, I stopped trying to prove I belonged there, and I just led. And we won. But the win wasn't the turning point. The turning point had already happened. The girls had shown me something that I couldn't see for myself. The funny thing is, winning wasn't the lesson. It wasn't even the best part. The best part was realizing I hadn't lost the things I thought I'd lost. I hadn't lost my experience, I hadn't lost my instincts, and I hadn't lost my ability to lead. I just couldn't see it until other people did. And I think that's true for a lot of us. Sometimes we spend so much time looking for proof that we belong, that we miss the people who already know we do. Sometimes other people see our potential. They see our strength. They see who we're becoming before we do. And eventually, if we're lucky, we start believing them. All right, I'd like to try something with all of you. Can I get everyone to please stand? And don't worry, this is not a dance class, not a serious class, but I would like you to all try something with me, all right? First, copy me. I'm going to teach you a few moves. We're going to start off with our right arm. We're going to reach up to the sky. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Very nice. You guys are great. Okay, moving on. We're going to try the other arm next. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Next, we're going to step out with our left foot. Boom. We're going to tap this foot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, same time, we're going to put our hands on our heads. We're going to go around in a circle with our heads. To our left, we're going to go left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. 4 times. Okay, let's try it together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very nice. I'm going to add some more moves on. We're going to do a little head groove. Grab your head. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. And while we're doing that, remember to still tap that foot. Moving on, we're going to the other side. We're going to tap this foot and do a little head groove. 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome job, everyone. Okay. Let's try from the top to the bottom. But when we do it, we're doing all the way through 2 times. Okay? 2 times. Let's try from the top. 5, 6, 7, right arm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Left arm. 6, 7, and around. 2, nice. 3, 4. Head bang. 1, 2, 3, 4. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, and around. 2, 3, 4. Head bang. 1. Groove it out. 2, 3, 4. Very nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome work. Okay. Oh, wait. Stay standing, please. Are we ready to try music? Yeah? Okay. First time, just give it a go. All right, let's go. 5, 6, 7, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, and a hit. 2, 3. Nice job and hit. 1, 2. Nice. 3, 4. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, and around. 2, 3. Nice job, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome, everyone. Are you guys dancers? That was so good. Okay. Oh, that was really good. Please still stand. But we're not finished. We're going to try again with the music. But this time, trust yourself. All right? Are we ready? Let's go. One last time. 5, 6, 7, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and around. 2, get that groove. Hey, boom. 2, 3, 4. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and around. 2, 3, 4. Head bang. 1, 2, 3, 4. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome, everyone. You can sit down now. That was really good. You can all sit down. Thank you for trying that with me, everyone. Good work. Okay. So what changed? The movement didn't. You did. The first time, most of you are probably focused on getting the steps right. Wondering if you're on beat or comparing yourself to everyone around you. Now, the second time, you trusted yourself a little more. And that's exactly what happened to me. For years, I thought confidence meant never questioning yourself. I thought confidence meant always knowing the answer, always feeling ready, always feeling capable. But maybe confidence isn't that at all. Maybe confidence is trusting yourself even when you have doubts. It's taking that next step even when you're not sure. It's believing what the people who love you can already see. Because life changes all of us. We become parents, leaders, beginners again. We step away from things that we love. We start over. We grow. And sometimes we spend so much time looking for the person we used to be that we forget to trust the person we've become. I spent most of my life communicating without words, and after everything dance has taught me, I think the strongest connections happen when we're willing to trust ourselves enough to move and feel together. In dance, in leadership, in motherhood, and in life. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Kia ora. Thank you.